10, right back here on this last day of January. Unified Child Advocacy Network is a great organization that I keep learning more and more about. You guys just had a fundraiser over at the Domino's in Jerseyville.
We did.
Gearing up for another one coming up on Thursday. And Melissa joins me now. Thank you for hanging out with me this morning.
No problem. Thank you for having me.
So just for everyone that's not too familiar yet, could you fill us in, maybe an elevator pitch before we get going on just exactly the great services that you guys provide and what your mission is over at Unified Child Advocacy Network?
Okay. Our mission is to serve, protect, and advocate for children affected by sexual abuse, serious physical abuse, and to educate our communities. We're a nonprofit organization representing Calhoun, Greene, Jersey, Macoupin, and Montgomery counties. We help children tell their stories in a child-friendly environment. From there, we help them to seek out medical doctors and counseling. And we also help the families receive and find services that will help them all move on with their healing.
And, this is something that is so serious. And I think with COVID, so the thing that always stuck out to me was just because in the little bit of, experience I had just with the courier company and going to some of the, houses here in the community, I noticed that not a lot of children had the luxury of a decent upbringing, and during COVID, I feel like so many of us were trapped inside, but so many children that had very tough home lives were trapped inside with, a lot of the times, their abusers.
Yes.
And has that been something that you guys have kind of experienced? You've only been a part of the organization, you just started or just starting out, but is that something that you've already kind of experienced with Unified Child Advocacy Network?
From what I've seen, yeah.
Okay.
There's a lot more children hurt than I thought there was. There are times we will do 5 to 10 interviews a week with children who have been abused.
And to me, there's no tougher conversation. And take us through that. So who is able to reach out to you? Could it just be anyone that says, "Hey, how do we?"
Law enforcement or DCFS. We encourage anybody that thinks they know a child that's being abused, even kids in school, can reach out and call the DCFS hotline. They do not have to give their name, but they can make a report. They can reach out. They can do it online. They can do it over the phone. Anybody that thinks a child's being abused, reach out to the proper authorities, and then they'll get in contact with us.
Absolutely. So, and you guys have a team that goes and meets with the children. And to me, I mean, that's something that I hope to never experience because I don't think my heart could handle that. Take us through your team. So how does that process look? Because that's not an easy task just to begin with because, just right off the bat in my mind mentally, I'm going, you have to separate, the child from, the suspected, abuser.
Mm-hmm. And that's typically with law enforcement or DCFS. They do that. What we do, we have a child advocate that will work with the families and the children to get them the medical attention that they need, make sure they're getting the counseling they need, and that the counselors are doing what they should do to help the child. Then we have Holly, who is our forensic interviewer, and she's absolutely amazing. She takes these children in. She will have coloring books and all of that for them, and she'll just sit and talk with them and get them to open up, and they get to tell their story. They make it a safe environment.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's seriously just incredible. I mean, just makes your hair stand up, because so many of us, I think, we know about terrible situations that occur around us, but we, sometimes I think put the blinders on because we just, don't want to feel that, that pain, that, grief and that anxiety that causes. But for the children that are going through it, they have no option. And, take us through. So when did the organization get started here?
It was founded in 2017.
And now you were, I guess, a new bird into the game here about a month in.
Yes.
How has it been so far?
It's been great. I really enjoy the people that I work with. They're amazing women. Law enforcement, they're great. Yeah. The state's attorney working with Ben has been amazing as well.
Well, and see, that's the thing. To me, you have to have, it takes a village, no matter what you do, whether it's an organization, business, raising a family. But to me, it seems like you guys have a really strong unit that you're able to really achieve this mission each and every day.
Yes, we are.
And so you just had your first fundraiser over at Domino, the first one, correct?
Yes, very first one.
How did it go?
Not as well as I would have liked.
Oh,
but
come on. You got to tell us you made millions.
I wish we made millions. Our goal in the long term would be to get a counselor on staff.
Okay.
so that we can help the kids better. Sometimes it can take us 4 to 6 months to get these children in to see a counselor. So we're really hoping that we can raise enough money that we can get a counselor on staff to be able to help these kids as soon as they need it.
I didn't realize it took that long to get, is it just the resources? There's not enough individuals?
Exactly.
Oh, my goodness. And so coming up this Thursday, we have another chance to hopefully break the the record. We're going to easily break that. We're a positive mindset here on Thursday. Reno's in Carlinville.
Yes.
Take us through this. So what's this fundraiser going to look like, and how can we help out with it?
It is pack the house,
Ooh.
Go into Reno's Pizza, order some of their delicious food, and let them know that you're there to pack the house and to help Unified Child Advocacy Network. And 20% of every dollar that is spent will go to our organization.
Absolutely. And like Melissa just said, this is hopefully going to go towards, not hopefully, it's going to go towards the hopeful securement of that on-site, counselor, in-house counselor. To me, that's something that so many of us, I think it's so important to have these conversations, because the obvious thing, to you guys, because you're in the field and you know what you need, isn't obvious to us. We just think that, I just automatically assume that, oh, no, it's taken care of right away. Next day, we're taking care of these. But it's something to talk about, though, because we really don't know. And, just in your short time being with this organization, what have you been able to kind of experience just, observing, some of the great work y'all are doing?
There's so many things that
Is
I've
there really?
seen. Yeah. I mean, just parents coming in distraught, being able to help them find resources, kids being embarrassed when they shouldn't be. They've done nothing wrong.
Right.
And just to see the staff, the way that we don't get paid a ton of money.
No.
And that's what people don't realize. We don't get paid a ton of money, but what we do is worth it because we know we're helping these children.
Well, and too, you're only going to be as successful as how passionate you are, and it seems like you guys are so passionate about this that even a few days ago we were talking, and hey, I got to go up and take care of a couple of things. Give me a text. You guys are nonstop, always going.
Yes.
Do you know? And I hate to throw you on the spot, so just tell me, CJ, you're being a jerk. Don't throw me on the spot here. But is there an average a call load or caseload that you guys are handling in the course of a day, a week? Is it?
It all depends.
Does it really?
Yeah. It all depends. It really, I know, I've been prepared that March can be considered March Madness. So
I get it.
I'm not quite sure what that means yet, but I know coming up this week, we have quite a few interviews that we're going to be doing with children and things like that. And when we do the interviews, we don't know every detail of everything.
Okay.
And we have no control over whether a perp is put in jail or not. We just provide a safe environment for the child to tell their story.
Now, is there a certain guideline? Can law enforcement even give you? I'm just curious for my own, because I don't know how this would kind of, develop. Is it something that, do you get to see that report ahead of time? Do you guys get to, or is it?
Holly does.
Okay, Holly
our
does.
forensic interviewer, yes.
That's just something I think is important to know about your guys' process, because this is seriously just the Lord's work. Because to go through my mental fitness wouldn't last at all. I would seriously be gone within a couple of days because my heart would break.
We go through training for us to be able to deal with it, and we have counseling that we can go through if we need it. And
that's what I love to hear, because you guys are helping the community and helping our youth, and making sure that they're provided a safe space to tell their story. And like you said, it hit home when you said have their stories heard, but have their true story heard, because so many times you never know if somebody put a bug in the little one's ear or kind of detracted from that. And I just think it's incredible that you guys are able to provide support for your own staff too, because I couldn't even imagine.
Yeah. Without our services, if you think about it, say a girl is molested and we're not there to provide the interviews for her to give the interview to. She will have to tell that story to the doctors. She'll have to tell that story to the police. She'll have to tell that story to the counselors, to the judges, to the lawyers. She has to tell that story 100 times. With us, she comes in, she tells us what happened. It's all recorded. It's sent to the lawyers. It's sent to law enforcement. It's sent to DCFS. She only has to tell that story one time to relive it, and that's it.
And that's very important because I couldn't imagine, and it just like you said, having to go relive that every time you have to go meet with somebody new. That's an incredible thing that you guys provide. Is there any other things like that where you guys help be that facilitator or bridge that gap that maybe we aren't aware of? Because that's something I didn't even think about. Repeating that terrible, those stories. I mean, you're saving so much stress and so many. You're helping with so much. Is there other things?
Not right now that we have in place, but we are hoping, like I said, to get a counselor on staff. And if I do my job well enough as fundraising coordinator, then we are hoping to eventually set up scholarships for high school students that would like to go into law enforcement or social services or forensic interviewing.
That is just incredible, and I didn't mean that in any other. Just because that one service to me is just life saving. Because to relive that and just to have that resource that you guys have, whether it's protecting that child and making sure they're getting their story out and it's their story, nobody else's. It's what happened to them, and then you're providing so many that's just something that I don't know why we don't know more about. All the great work you guys do. And there's so many organizations like yours that you do so many great things every day that we need to talk about more. And, I would say, honestly, they have been so busy that until they hired me, they didn't have anybody to get the word out. So my job my job has basically been, I have walked up and down the streets. I've handed out pamphlets to every business owner to let them know we're there, what we do, how they can help. And I'm hoping to eventually be able to have an open house so that the community can come in, they can see our offices, they can see where the interviews are conducted, and they can talk to the staff. Yeah. And where are you guys, where's the office centrally located? Is it in Jerseyville?
122 West Pearl.
Okay, so you actually have a brick and mortar. That's fantastic. And do you guys have a website that we can visit or follow along with?
UnifiedChildAdvocacy.org.
I'm going to check it out right now. I'll do the URL test for you. Oh, look at that. It came right up. Look at you guys. Online blueprint, no problem for Unified Child. Yeah, right there. Takes you right to it. And are you guys are 501? Are you guys a nonprofit?
Yes, we are.
So we can help out financially and maybe help aid to that.
Yes, anything would help. Even if you can't afford a monetary donation, get little toys for us to give to the little kids after their interview. A little can of Play-Doh. They love that. Snacks for them to have while they're there. Bottles of water. Anything like that can help make it an easy time for them, or at least a better time.
And that's something too that I didn't even think about. So there's multiple ways we can help you guys in this mission. And is there a best way to reach you? Is it the contact us section on the website? Is it the Facebook page?
Facebook, or they can call the office. Our number is 618-639-8222.
Awesome. And let's circle back here to the fundraiser happening on Thursday at Reno's. Take us through this. So, by the way, have you been to Reno's yet?
I have.
What's your favorite meal?
Oh, I love their pizza.
Oh, come on. You get to help a great organization and you get good pizza. Win-win. So
exactly.
Is it all day long?
All day long.
I love it. So take us through the ins and outs. All we have to do is say pack the house, right?
Pack the house for Unified Child Advocacy.
Awesome. And now, are you guys accepting cash donations that day too?
Yes.
Cool. Just wanted to make sure. And what are some of the other ways that we can just go up? Is it just share it, making sure we find that Facebook page?
Find the Facebook page, share it. When you see events, help us out with it. If you want to mail us a check, mail us a check. If you want to drop off bottled water for the kids, drop off bottled water. Anything will help.
To me, what just stood out to me was when you said, Play-Doh and toys like that, because that's something, I would have never in a million years thought of, but such a, an inexpensive thing, honestly, that we could do that really could, make or break that, child's response to being, in that situation. It's fantastic. And is there any time that's best to reach you guys? Let's say somebody wanted to get in touch. I know that you guys are always moving. You're always...
if we're not in the office, the phones are directed to our work cell phones.
There you go. And I guess, you've laid it out perfectly. This has been a great conversation because I I hate to say it, I didn't know much about this organization, and the fact that you guys are here and just really providing a community effort to our children is just fantastic. And I really just have nothing else to say. Thank you. I mean, honestly, thank you for what you're doing, because there's not very many people that can handle the day in and day out stress and grind that your guys' organization entails.
Yeah.
And if you could have anything else to say, we got about a couple minutes left. What would your message be to our listening audience today?
Anybody can make a report. If you see something, say something. Even if you're not sure, it's better to say something than to regret it in the long run. Let us help you, help these kids, and help us raise some money.
Absolutely. And you are welcome back here anytime you guys have a fundraiser, anything you want to share with us, because Unified Child Advocacy Network is an organization that honestly we all need to support and really rally behind. And for more information, Unified Child Advocacy Network. Oh, no, I botched it. UnifiedChildAdvocacy.org. That's UnifiedChildAdvocacy.org. And just, we'll fix it in post. Melissa, thank you so much for your time.
Thank you.
And good luck on Thursday. It's going to be better than the first one.
Absolutely.
But they're all going to get, they're all going to beat each other out. One stacks on the other, and then all of a sudden you got 8 counselors, and then I'm going, hey, Melissa, remember when you came on the show?
Absolutely.
Seriously, keep up the great work.
Thank you so much.
It is 10:27 on this 31st, last day of January. We take a quick break. We come back and we wrap up our daily show right after this in downtown Alton.